We them broke boys from the hood. We on them missions, understood. Won't catch us lacking, we that good. We always winning like we should. We flying high, we butterfly up to the sky. No way you catching us, goodbye. Pray to God we make it out alive.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Broke Boys. I'm Martin, and today I have a special guest with me. Please introduce yourself to everybody in the camera.
It's your boy Jai Dee, aka Johnny Donatello on Instagram, man. You can look me up as Jai Dee, Jaidee on YouTube. And yeah, I'm just an artist / entrepreneur.
Absolutely. And also, I can't forget the legendary Mr. Fresno, Quisey.
Y'all know the vibes, man. Tapping in. Broke Boys Forever. I brought a special guest with me today. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Go and introduce yourself, fella.
Hey, yeah, you know, it's always a treat when players meet. It's your boy, Rock Dollars, you know. Same dirt, different shirt.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Mr. Everything Ben, Mr. Yeah, probably.
Yo, Stud.
Yes,
Pro.
Yes, sir.
And we can't forget about the boy behind the camera.
Yeah, man. Well, we got two.
We got two.
We got Yafi and Caesar off screen.
Yafty and Caesar off screen
You know
in the
what I mean?
building.
Got Nipsey Hussle's cousin back here, man.
You know what I mean?
That's a blessing
All
to
money
have,
in.
man. He's got the all money in, the Crenshaw. If I could be mistaken too, some characteristics too of you like really just resemble, you know,
that's
Nipsey
Black
too.
Sam's twin. That's Black
Yeah.
Sam's twin. Yeah.
I was just with
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So it's a pleasure to have. You know, we just did a crazy FaceTime with Steelz, which is
Which is truly a blessing. We'll go ahead and we'll insert the clip here,
And you drop some
and y'all can
gems,
see
too.
all that.
Broke Boys. We got Steelz in the building. So, you know, where you at, man, right now? First.
I'm out in LA, bro. You know, I was just in the studio, stepped out for a minute. You feel me? But I'm in LA right now.
Okay.
I'm leaving to Thailand tomorrow.
Oh, damn. Hey, you been out there a lot, I see.
Yeah, they fuck with the record heavy over there, so
Right.
yeah, they tapped in. We
So-
doing some like festival or something out there with a few like R&B artists and stuff. It's gonna be lit.
Damn. Okay, bet. Well, you know, can you tell us about why Thailand is kind of messing with the record to that level? Because I know the story, but they don't know the story.
Right.
Oh yeah, the story, it was like this little young kid, like not young like a kid, but to me he seemed like a kid, maybe like a 20-year-old or something like that. He was just doing a bunch of videos with this chicken out in Thailand, and it was weird as hell, but like everybody in Thailand started like gravitating to all his videos, doing hella views, and like it just blew up in Thailand, so everybody started tapping in over there. And bro really like became a celebrity over there. He went from like having 3,000 followers to like 200K on TikTok.
Damn.
Like, he quit his job, bro. When we went out there, we took him with us. He was a celeb taking pictures, all that stuff. So like that's how the Thailand stuff happened. Like it was weird. And then you know we tapped in with all the like big rappers out there from Thailand, all the people that's popping, the homie Gunna, the homie Fix, the homie Mixie, like all the homies out there, Four Bang, like they all out there, and they like the most poppinest people in Thailand. So like they tapped in. We did a little Thailand remix with them, shot a video. So yeah, it got his legs over there.
If I'm not mistaken, that was the first wave of the Yaya. Like, okay, this could be something crazy, right? That's what I meant. You
That
know.
was the first wave.
Yeah, so, you know, I've been watching Compton AV. I got the blessing to open up for Compton AV a couple of times in Hollywood. We were talking about it here this last time that he was in Fresno, you know, with that Run Me My Money record, right? So then you guys, you know, I hadn't seen him in 10 years, and he wouldn't remember me from that. But, you know, it's full circle to me. You know, I get to have dinner with these guys, and then this is right before the big boom, though, right? So like, I have no idea. Like, I'm excited about the record, just generally, because that's the type of energetic person I am. But I have no idea that this is gonna become the biggest record that, you know, it's like I've got a blessing to like really just see in front of me like that, you know. And shout out Reggie. Reggie connected me. You know, Reggie was, you know, having them here on a couple of radio stations. We have the same radio manager. And, you know, Reggie Butler, just so everybody know who the guy is, you know. And and it's crazy because he's so, good at doing what he does. He's able to, connect those dots for a lot of people, and you guys already had a lot of natural connections. And next thing I know, we're at the radio station, unknown to me, by the way, right? And they start playing a Snoop Dogg remix.
Okay.
I said, because I just spent. I don't know if I should feel some type of way because I was like, we just had dinner last night, guys. Right? I was like, yo, what? Like, I didn't even hear about this. So it's crazy because the next day we're at a couple of different radio stations, and we should be able to see that. I have the behind the scene footage, and I remember the guy from B95 just going crazy, just going like his eyes get big, like, yo,
what the fuck?
I need to stop this record. He's like, that's the hottest Snoop Dogg I've heard in years. and then, right after that, we were driving down the wrong way on the one way in Fresno. It was good times, good vibes, man. It was a blessing to have you guys. By the time we were leaving the restaurant, people were taking pictures with these guys and videos, and this was obviously before the big boom, like I said, So after that, I've just got to admire how big the record has got. So
For sure. Yeah, no, it's dope, bro. It's a blessing. Shout out Snoop and 310 Baby on the remix. And I hate to say it, but like I already knew it was gonna happen. It's like one of those things I already knew. Like you don't really know we're rap, but I definitely knew before this even came out. I'm like, I was smiling the whole time. I said, man, these people don't even know what's about to happen. Like, I already know. And I got another boom coming with that. So
dang. Okay, so tell us, can we hear anything that you got working? I know I just seen you with Snoop Dogg not too long ago.
yeah, me and Snoop got a gang of shit where, Snoop, I'm from Long Beach, so me and Snoop, like, and we go way back. Like, I was a kid fucking around with Snoop, like a real little boy with Snoop. So, like, it's just crazy to see how it goes now, like the full circle of it, like us being from the same city and stuff, It's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
If I could connect some dots, brother, actually, these are the guys who are doing a lot of work with Ralph Edwards from The Voice.
Yeah.
Oh, fire, that's dope.
That's from right here in the Valley.
Yeah, I'm tapping in with everybody, bro. Whatever is cracking, let's get cracking.
Yeah, I'll get you linked up with my boy Ralph, man. He's a great artist. He's down to earth, man. He gets down too, man. Trust me.
He's amazing singer. Did you get to see that by any chance?
I might have.
So,
I've seen little things of it.
So he got second place, I believe, right?
Yeah, he came runner-up of season 28 of The Voice.
And he was Snoop Dogg's guy. So everybody thought Ralph was gonna win.
Yeah.
Even everybody was shocked that he didn't win. Yeah. And then Snoop Dogg's guy was Ralph Edwards. So it's like a lot of dots connecting there.
Yeah, Ralph's journey is incredible. He was a 4-chair turn. Like he was worried that he was with The Voice. You only need at least one chair to turn just to be successful. He got all 4, and then one of the songs, he actually made Snoop Dogg get emotional. He has a clip of it, and I think it's on his page. But
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna send it to you. We gotta send it to you.
Well, we'll take a drive to LA, go see my boy. We might not make it to Thailand, but we'll make it to LA.
Well, we'll get a boat. We'll fucking swim out there.
Yeah. We're going on tour with Blueface next month, so we're gonna be in Oakland. I want to say there's a Fresno show, but I gotta look at the dates.
There is a Fresno show. There is. You already know I got you, man. We pulling out the red carpet for my guys.
We'll be there at that too, yeah.
All right, yeah, we gotta link that up for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely link those dots. And then the other thing, just before we have you go, man, what is something that you feel it takes to have this type of successful record, right? Like, I know you kind of felt like, hey, you know what? I knew it was coming, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody I bring up that knows you, Clay Williams, shout out to Empire, right? Baby Gas, right? My Salvadoran brother, he's Salvadoran too,
Amen.
Anybody that I've brought up Steelz to, it's like, man, they love you, right? So you have something that like is able to make people feel comfortable enough to work on these records, and that's the reason why you're rocking with Snoop Dogg and Compton AV, and you're doing all these things. So what does it take to really kind of make that happen?
Yeah, I just, first of all, just like being a good person is one thing. Like being genuine and stuff. You don't really meet too many genuine people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So like, always keep it to like my strong suit before the music is like I'm just a good person. And my energy always gonna light up the room and it's gonna always blend with anything, any person, anybody. So like that's number one. And then the music comes in and then it's just like I grew up in the studio, bro. Like I really grew up in the studio like as a young kid. Like when people was I was hooping too and all that, but I was also in the studio while I was hooping. I wasn't just hooping. I was in the studio. I had a studio when I was younger. So like all those things, just my experience all my life. I've been in Tupac session before as a kid. One of Tupac's last session. I done been in Down Cat was like one of my mentors growing up. DJ Quick was one of my mentors growing up. Like I was in the studio with these guys, watching them at a very young age. Like I'm talking like 8 years old. So like just the experience, I feel like I have a lot more than a lot of these people that just jump in it and just want to jump in, right? Oh, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to hoop no more. I just want to get in music and become famous and make all this money, right? But I like my experiences, like makes me run laps around everybody. That's just another thing. And then just like, bro, like you just gotta stay on it. Like we could talk about the Yaya record, right? We could. Everybody now just drops music and then they forget about it the next week, right? But it's like, bro, it could take a year to work a song, maybe 2 years to work a song before it reaches its full potential. And that's kind of how I was with Yaya. I knew it was a special record. I knew it could go, but we couldn't just stop on it. So when people would say, oh, let's drop the next song, it's like, no, I'm not dropping nothing right now. I'll focus on this. I'll focus on that. And now it's like we're starting a new wave, right? With the remix, right? Okay, people been doing remixes. Cool. Then we dropped the she mix. Now I hear through the city that people are starting to do remixes and she mixes with female artists. So like we're starting like a new blueprint, and then we got the mega mix coming that hasn't came out, and it's gonna be like a little chapter to this Yaya thing.
Yo, Mega Mix?
Mega mix.
Oh, come on, give us some Steel, come on.
Crazy. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you this. One Atlanta artist, well, there's two on there, but one Atlanta female artist that's going crazy is on it. A legacy.
Lotto?
It's like another legacy artist, like a Snoop, but another top tier grade list celebrity legacy artist, and then another artist right now who has one of the craziest records that's going right now. Like one of the craziest. Number 2 on TikTok.
Wow.
One of the craziest records right now. So 3 artists is on this one.
Yo, you know what I'm gonna tap in right now? I want anybody who looks at this podcast, I want you guys to guess what artist is on this Mega Mix.
This is gonna get clipped. We're gonna clip this. Y'all gotta guess it.
You gotta guess who's in this Mega Mix. Man.
I got that, and then me and Amy got some, with some other shit coming too. Like we got some slaps, bro. So just doing that, working on our collab album, finishing that up, and then off to the next stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of things in the works right now. I got my own album coming out. I got to finish up. That's almost done. Like just a bunch of things, bro.
Yeah,
just
man, that's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
And I like how AB moves too, right? He's really proud. I mean, to me, like it inspires me that he's like so on like, oh, you know what? We finally did it. We told you, Yaya World is taking over. And it's like really something that he should be proud about, but I mean, coming as someone like Compton, right, who's been dropping bangers, independent, people just sleeping on him, and now he got to, burst out of the California, but now you guys are in Thailand, you guys are everywhere. So that's like really I just seen a girl go crazy, like a Mexican girl. She just went crazy on the remix. Yeah, so
There's some people go crazy, bro.
All right, brother.
Switch it up, bro.
Hey, it was a blessing to have you, man. Thank you so much for jumping on this call.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's a blessing to meet you, man.
Bro.
I really appreciate it. Before you go, I got one question though. What is a piece of advice that you would give to any of the young generation that are aspiring to be rappers? Rappers, artists,
or producers like yourself.
Okay, so I would say, just, stay at it. Don't give up. Have faith, believe, be consistent. just stay at it and take it serious, bro. Like, you in this industry, I want to say this: you gotta wear more than one jacket, bro. You gotta wear a lot of jackets if you want to be successful in this industry. So I would say, fuck the shortcuts, grind hard, and wear a lot of jackets. Offer more than just if you just make beats. Offer more than that. If you engineer, offer more than that. If you rap, do other stuff, write for other artists. Like, I wouldn't limit yourself. That's what I would say to like the upcoming generation in the music industry. Do not limit yourself, because I literally engineer, produce, songwrite, manage artists, bro. Damn near fucking all these artists therapists, bro. Like, bro, like, do so much. It shows in my music. It shows in my character. It shows in my relationships with the artists. Like, just do more, bro. Just do more. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody, and it'll all make sense, bro. It all makes sense.
You know what's crazy that you say that too? I just seen I was with Chowder and Stingy for the Rene Vaca show out here.
Right. Yeah.
And it's crazy because Chowder was just talking about on a podcast how he was doing videos, right? And literally getting videos on stage and then putting the camera away and then after that performing with OGZ.
Yeah, exactly. That's a prime example. It's like, bro opened up a door for himself. Oh, I'm gonna do all these videos for Jeezy and all that, but I'm also gonna perform and I'm gonna get clips of him and me and edit it up. That's the prime example, bro. Yeah. Prime example is Chowder right there. So that's what I would say, bro. Do more, bro. Do more. Don't limit yourself.
All right, man. Thank you so much for that. Steelz, it's a pleasure. I'll see you soon. I'm a little heartbroken because me and you were in opposite ends this last weekend. He was on the stage with SOB, who just reunited. For those of you guys that don't know, I have an SOB remix dropping to my record. I have Slimmy B and The Boy on it. And it's just like, you know what I mean? I'm super hyped about this record. And it's crazy because I was like, man, I wish I'd have been there, you know? And then I seen your footage. I was like, bro, I was tapping in with Steelz. I was like, I'm in LA, bro. What we doing? He's like, I'm going to the Bay. So, all right, brother. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast, man, and coming on here live with me. Shout out to you, Compton AB, my boy Reg. Much love, and then the Broke Boys for having me, man.
Where can we find you?
That's all love, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, follow him on what?
Where can we find you at, bro?
Just type in Steelz, man. STEELZ. I'm the first one to pop up on everything.
Yeah. He's everywhere like DNA. All right. All right, brother.
Drop some gems too.
Yeah, he dropped some gems, man. That was crazy. So, okay, now we're back from that.
Yeah.
Right? So,
that was a quick intro.
Crazy, right? So, Steelz left it with some gems. I think that was really important that he said wearing different jackets is really important.
Yeah.
Because some people don't know how to do that the right way, right?
Yeah.
Some people could interpret that as being like, oh, well, be your true self. And are you not being your true self because you're doing different things?
Yeah.
That's not the case anymore, right? Nowadays, a streamer is the new SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah. That's
right?
true.
Like, now streamers is the new SoundCloud. Like, you're on Kick or Twitch, right?
Yeah.
I was, on it early doing Fortnite tournaments. If anybody wants to smoke, let me know. Nah, I'm horrible in comparison to the competitors that I had on my tournaments. But I'm glad that I did those tournaments because I got to become a part of the community.
Yeah.
And really, host some of the biggest tournaments in the West Coast. So,
Nice.
It's like that, like what he said, wearing different, jackets. That's one other thing that I ventured off to. And I was able to stream. I became an affiliate with Twitch. And, doing music. A lot of times I always joke around. People have heard me say I'm like Hannah Montana. I just throw on the outfit and I'm dad.
Throw on the blonde wig.
Yeah, throw on the blonde wig real quick, and then next thing you know, I'm Jai Dee out of nowhere, But before that, then it's like I'm a father first.
Yeah.
I'm a family man first. I'm a man of God first. And
Amen.
It's the day after Easter, right?
Yes, sir.
I just went through Lent. I seen God's blessings really, and I don't do it for those reasons, but I did Lent and got to go through my own experience, right? I, quit all the things that I felt like were my vices, and I quit them cold turkey, right? The things that I feel like people don't do for their own self, including me, right? And it's like, with the power of the Lord, I was able to lock in, and I didn't do anything, so.
Amen.
You know what Easter is?
Huh?
You know what Easter is?
Easter is, yeah.
He
has risen.
Okay, so I ain't trying to be too critical, but
Yeah.
Easter is when everything rises out the earth. All your agriculture, all the stuff you plant, this is when you're supposed to put your seeds into the ground so it can rise up.
It's like
right?
the new year, the spring equinox.
So it's very good that you went through that, because now a new version of you has risen, right? That's why you cut out the stuff, because you got to discipline yourself, basically, for lack of better terms.
Talk to him.
And then after you come through that, it's a whole new season. We're in a whole new element. It's a whole new year, a whole new cycle. You want to refresh yourself. So power to you for doing that, brother.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's crazy because, I was like, how am I, we built a studio and within the time that Lent happened, right?
Right.
And a lot of times I was like, man, how am I going to record music without drinking? I was like, I need a buzz, and it was a challenge. So like, I'm not gonna lie, like I'd go in there and I just, I didn't have that hype. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like, hey,
You had to find something new.
Yeah, but then what that forced me to do is become more strategic towards the type of record I was working on. Sometimes you get too drunk and then you end up working with nothing. It's like the next day you're like, oh man, I was drunk. Yeah. So the same thing with my, with the business. It's like, you're so much more focused, and you wake up and you don't feel that I drank last night, or So there's a lot of blessings that come. It's not the drinking, it's the drunkenness, right?
Right.
So with that being said, I'm excited to be on you guys' podcast.
No, I appreciate you, to being on, and like when we first met was literally at Dog Days. You walked up and took the microphone away from Anthony.
Who was it? Was it Connor?
It was Anthony.
Oh, Anthony. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah. I was just like, hey man, there's a podcast, man. I'm gonna walk up, and the next thing you know, I'm being handed a mic, and I become the interviewer, right?
Yeah, he becomes the host and asking us questions.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a crazy
That's a
moment.
Uno reverse card right there.
Right. No, and I love that you did that, man, because it inspired me to be like, okay, like it caught me off guard.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, let's make the conversation, let's make it flow, and it really just sparked up the conversation differently. And at the very end too, like I will say that I'm fucking grateful for you, because even at Dog Days, you said, oh, I'm gonna bring Baby Gas out here for the interview, and I was just like, okay, and I was like, oh, focus on everything else, and then Quisey sees you, and Quisey was like, hold on, you got some important people walking in. And then that's when Quisey was just like getting up. He was just like, this is your moment. I was like, oh shit. And at that moment, I felt pressure, just because like be given an opportunity like that to not only talk to you, but to talk to him as well. And he's such a great guy, such a down to earth dude. Yeah. And we all relate, you know.
He's funny, man. If you Baby Gas for real, man, he's funny, man. Him and his wife, they got such a good chemistry, because it's so funny, because like a lot of the skits that they do, I'm like, I can see it happening, like almost in front of me. Like I don't feel like any awkwardness happening when they do those skits.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I guess we'll never know if they're skits or not, right? Like I can never prank Baby Gas, but they're just so good. Like they're so fluent, you know, and it's so funny to me. Like me and Baby Gas joke around all the time. I lived in Modesto for a long time. And then I see him like on somebody else's story or something like that. I'm like, what you doing in my hood? He's like, you're a Fresno boy now. Like, he's like, this is my hood now. Like, we'll just be joking around, and it's good because like, we have that match, right? We're Salvadoran, right?
Yes.
I don't know. There's not a lot of Salvadorians out here, and there is a community. Yeah. But I mean, music wise, like we don't have that impact yet.
Yeah.
Right? Yet. Right? Yeah. You're Salvadoran.
Yeah.
Do you know where in El Salvador you're from?
My mom is from San Salvador.
San Salvador, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then are you mixed?
I'm mixed. So my dad is from Jalisco, from Guadalajara, from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
And everybody has a different struggle. You hear the typical Mexicans, they have to cross the border, just to come here to this country. But a lot of people don't know that Salvadorans have to cross 3 different borders just to get here.
Right.
And my mom, she had a very early on, like an identity crisis. Because when you go to Mexico, she was just like, I don't want to get seen as a Salvadorian in front of all these other Mexicans, because then they start treating you a certain type of way.
Right.
There's always a feud between the people from the Mexican culture and the Salvadorian.
It's kind of
culture.
like Chinese and Filipino,
Yes.
right? Like if you call someone Filipino Chinese, or and it's like as you start to learn, right? Or like I have
It's like black and African. I'm just kidding.
No,
That's
that
a joke.
actually is a thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Africans,
It is though.
Africans,
Like Nigerians, especially like in Texas, like they don't want to be identified as black.
Right.
100%.
It's
Like
a bad stigma to it.
they're like,
They feel
nah, we not y'all not us.
Yeah.
And it's not everybody though, but yeah, that's what I'm about to say. It's not everybody, because then in our culture, we just like, you African. And it's like, you could be Nigerian, you could be Sudanese, you could be South Johannesburg, Kenyan, Congolese. But to us, you African, because we just black.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Why do you
So
guys
I
think that
understand.
is? The intercultural thing, right? Because I love Mexican people, right?
Everybody should have heritage. Everybody come from somewhere except for Caucasian people. I don't mean to go there, but they tricked everybody.
Well,
they tricked everybody.
Even Caucasian people, even them, they are their own mix of the pot, right? Like they're their own pot mix.
Well, they come from like Anglo, like
Anglo-Saxon.
like Northern Rome and stuff like that, which became England and Europe. You know what I mean? The Queen of England. And they the ones who colonized everybody with gunpowder. They bought the gunpowder from the Chinese, who got it from the Egyptians. So the gunpowder changed from sword to rod, which is the firing rod. Right. So the
spinning game.
The European advanced I don't know how the thing was, but like those settlers and all them people, they had gunpowder muskets, and they was going into the northern parts of Africa, the parts that was kind of near the water, that's close to like Greece and stuff. And they were just coming through like, give us what you got or we gonna blow you down. And they had spears. If you know like Zulu, Shaka Zulu and all them, that's real. Zulu is one of the greatest war nations ever. They the ones who made the sword smaller, because everybody else had spears. If you look at every other culture back then, they had spears. Yeah. But he the one who broke it and made it close combat. But because he could get to you close and they tall, that's when they came with the gunpowder. You feel me?
Yeah.
So saying that to say, whatever Caesar and all them fools was on, Alexander the Great, Napoleon, you feel me? They was coming blowing shit down. So that's where they started to colonize the Americas.
But if you think about it though, right? Honestly, white people have had the most violence within that cultural media. Like, right? If you look at the Holocaust, right? That was like crazy, right?
Of course.
I mean, when you look at that and then you look at Mexican-Salvadoran, it's like, man, we're good if the only fight that we'll have is just a pupusa or a sope.
Right.
That's the only one.
Right. But we have our own way of nature, right? Like even the people who was here, like the Native Americans, they have their own culture. They already had their own worship. They already had all that. And then other people came with Jesus and all this other stuff. Not to say that it's fake or real, because the history, you can go look. You can go over the world and they can say, oh, we can find archives on the Messiah and the whatever, Horus, whatever you want to call it, the order of humanity, right?
Right.
And it's going to be one kind of, the story going to always be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's other deities, right? There's shamans, there's Buddhists, there's Shiva, there's all these different gods that they had to utilize to, deal with nature.
Right.
And then you got these one people saying, nope, you can't believe in none of that. You can't believe in none of your shit. If this your shit.
Side note, I'm team pupusas, just saying.
Yeah. Pupusas going crazy. Bean pupusas and cheese pupusas, straight up.
Look, I'm going to tell, okay, so look. I'm going to put everybody on game. I'm going to drop a gem right now. If you're on the 99 freeway, okay, there's a city called Keys, right after Turlock, right before Modesto. Coming down from this way. It's called Ulingense 21.
That's what. Yes,
21.
Right?
On that something 15. What?
Go try that burrito.
Hold on, can you say 115?
No, uningense is like
it's like a slang to something. I don't
know the exact terminology.
Okay.
Mind you, right? I grew up pretty much Mexican because I was in Modesto, right? When I moved from the Bay to Modesto, like I didn't walk into a culture of Salvadorians.
Okay.
There's not like a pupusa shop or anything like that. Like there might be one lady I think I remember that would do them at a church.
Okay.
And that's the only way we're getting pupusas. But you go down to where I lived, Crow's Landing, it's the king of like a street of so I was like blessed. I didn't even know what I stepped into, just fortunate enough to walk, down the block, and I got, something that people will drive from a lot of places to come see.
Understood.
Right? So even with that, all the top dogs, man, I'm telling you, Keys, it's not Modesto. It's 2 cities down after series, but that's still the top spot, man. Either that or probably Jessica's number 2, which is like right downtown by the railroad, right?
Right. That's from Fresno?
That's in Modesto. Modesto.
Oh, okay, both of them in Modesto.
Now, I'm a big guy, man. I like to eat.
Come on.
Right here, we're right next to the number 1.
Oh, yeah. Nah, he brought me that fish taco.
The shrimp one.
I didn't get the shrimp.
Oh, you didn't get the
I had
shrimp?
the fish, remember? You had the shrimp.
He had both.
Oh, you had both.
He had both. I was like, have you ever had
What's the
it?
name of them?
So they're number 1
What's their
at
names?
the taco throwdown, Pinto Tacos.
Pinto tacos.
Yeah. And they're number 1. I was just
Shout
talking
out.
to the owner
Better
yesterday.
clip this and tag him real
Yeah,
quick.
nah, straight up, for sure.
No, they've had good food reviewers, and think about it, taco throwdowns, right? That's why I'm like, man, Modesto needs to hear about these taco throwdowns.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been all over Texas, and I've been looking for a good taco.
You can't find it.
I lived there for 15 years. They ain't got shit on California,
Do you
first
know?
of all.
Do you
but
know?
I'm just saying, I didn't live in San Francisco, and I had some fire tacos, but they not better than Fresno.
No, bro.
I'm just saying,
I'm
bro,
going to say
like,
Oakland has... It's either Oakland, because that's the pop mix right there is Oakland.
Yeah.
but our
Oakland-
agriculture here is so rich that the lettuce, the tomatoes is just shitting on shit. We got cows. Like, come on, bro.
y'all need to try
I
El
just be
Macho
honest.
Tacos.
Oh,
It's
I've heard about that
It's a
place.
mom and pop spot. It's right here up the street. It's homegrown.
Yeah.
El Macho
Come on,
Tacos.
man.
Best tacos
Ain't
in Fresno.
Fresno
Hands
kills
down.
How about this?
We gotta
I'm
do-
gonna do an extension.
Yeah.
Can we do? Everybody picks one spot,
My
right?
tacos.
Let's do like
I'll
a-
make good tacos.
We all pick one spot. We go up there,
people talk-
And we gotta
taste
judge it.
review,
We gotta
and
judge it. We all gotta judge it.
Episode 2 coming soon.
Yeah.
Your taco, broke boys.
Yeah.
Taco.
We got to
fest,
do
you
like
feel
a
me?
taco.
Taco
What is it?
taste-off.
Taco tour.
Yeah, taco tour.
Okay.
Yeah, there
we'll
you
do,
go.
We'll do that series with
Let's do
JD.
it.
We'll do that series, bro. It has to be with me, bro. I'm telling you because
He brought it up. Yeah, it has to be with you.
dude, not only that, but I grew up in Modesto where, like, if you go over there's corners of full taco trucks, right? But did you know that if you go down to, like, Mexico, there isn't, like, a bunch of, like, taco trucks?
Oh yeah.
But I thought Texas would have good tacos because it's so close to Mexico.
Why?
Because it's close to
Mexico.
nah,
but
then-
that's the only closer part right there is El Paso. And then that's why I actually have a funny story about that, right? I didn't have my ID, I didn't have nothing. I passed down in the passenger seat, right? My wife, she's white, so she's gonna be able to cross this border back. But if
she
you
crossed
don't-
without you and not
No,
having
bro.
no
I woke up-
identification.
I woke up like this, right? I'm like this. I woke up to bright lights blasting. I'm like this. I see Mexico. And I'm like,
Fuck!
I was like, what have you done? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be here 6 months trying to get my papers right. And then, bro, in El Paso, there's this place where literally it just splits.
Yeah.
It just splits away, but it looks like you're going towards the border.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh man. I
His
was
heart
like,
was
you
like,
just-
da, 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 da.
I was like, what I do to make you mad?
Right.
Bro? I was like, dang. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is it like, okay, I guess, let me just ask this, and
What's up?
we can go to another topic. Being El Salvadorian, right? And then do you experience like automatically having to adapt to Latin or Mexican culture?
Yes.
Here in California.
We're shunned upon. Like,
Yes.
I would say that. Like, I think we're the black sheep. We're definitely
Absolutely.
the black sheep.
Okay.
Like, and we honestly, they're Salvadorians. who I could understand why a Mexican wouldn't like a Salvadoran, and I understand it all, right? Because they're not really like-minded like this. They didn't grow up in like a mixed pot like that, right? So it's safer to hate when you don't have to deal with that society.
Okay.
And
Right?
I think also what made it different is that El Salvador used to be like a third world.
Okay.
You know, because there was a lot of corruption. There was a lot
Okay.
of, you know, politics that weren't going to help out the cities. You know, I had a lot of cousins that would say that they would be making they'd be making $5 a week. And they would have to rationalize how to survive with just $5 a week.
Wow.
But and at those times, a lot of them would have to go and work for these cartel members, work for these gang members, because they would be paying $100.
Yeah, you got taxed.
Yeah.
You got taxed like before Bukele, you know, essentially took over there. Now it's becoming like an amazing vacation spot, right?
They cleaned out all.
Did you hear about this? No. Oh, hold on. I'll put you guys on
bro,
game on.
yeah,
Here
I
we
don't
go. To the world news right here. Look. So there's this President Bukele, right? Who essentially came in and like a little bit of dictator vibes. A little bit. Just a little bit, right?
Because I think all the presidents have all said, like, we're going to round up all the criminals and we're going to do all this stuff, but never fell through it.
Right.
He
tried to
came
do
in
it
with
by the
like,
book, basically.
Yeah, he came in, he was just like, we're not doing none of that.
He said we snatching everybody.
Anybody with tattoos or even any affiliations, you're getting rounded up
Just like that.
by the military.
Now, I'm sure there's going to be a consequence of people
How long
who
ago
were,
was this?
like
2 years
2
ago.
years ago, yeah.
Then maybe I did hear about it. Just probably wasn't much comment to me to know about it.
Yeah, and it's like it's so crazy because what ended up happening was he extended his term.
On some Trump shit.
Yeah, but no, that's not gonna happen in America. Please, America, please.
It's over.
Look, man.
It's over, bruh.
Hey, look.
This shit
I'm gonna
over.
say it live here. I'm sorry. I wasn't too public about this before, but
He'll be
it's
the first
fuck
president with
eyes
3 terms.
and fuck these gas prices. Mostly,
Yo, we going into
mostly
a
these
whole
gas
new
prices,
world.
man.
Everything,
When they said
man.
New World Order, they was talking about Trump.
Yeah.
I was gonna drive here, but I walked.
Yeah, I think. Listen, I don't mean to get political, but he just started a whole war,
Right.
Like a faction where we'll never be cool with China ever again. So China, they come in.
Yeah.
We owe them money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
no.
like we
And
just
it's-
barely in the beginning of they then sent all these kids to Iran on foot. Just in the past 2
2026,
days.
bro. 2026 being a part of this war makes no
It's
sense.
over.
It
Yeah.
makes no
It's no-
sense.
we can't
We
go
got
back.
flying cars. We got cars that drive themselves. We are
Yeah,
focused on the wrong
San
things.
Francisco, all that. Yeah, nah, for
You
sure.
know,
for
it's
sure.
like flying cars. The first flying cars they
Yeah.
actually got approved should be able to do flying taxis. In did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, there's flying cars
Dubai?
already approved in San Francisco area.
Oh, in San Francisco.
Yeah, like literally, you take a taxi, you're in San Jose.
I'm gonna have to
Now
get
you-
one.
They got the cars, so they might as
they
well.
do it. They do
it.
it in Dubai already.
Yeah.
For real? Flying,
Yeah.
flying
Crazy.
taxis?
Yeah, in Dubai already.
What
I
you gotta
love me a
think
good
about-
Waymo. I've been on them. I feel fucking elegant. Just
And
to
the-
hop in the car and be like, all right.
With the text, the botless, the AI taxi.
Yeah, it's
I
a
seen
Jaguar.
DJ
It's
was
looking
on there
good.
on TikTok.
Man,
I
I
remember
felt
the
like
first
royalty.
robot I seen. I was
I
like,
don't trust
who
it.
are you?
I don't
Where
trust
you
it.
from?
It was cool though, right?
Yeah, I love it. I got the app on my phone. You just link up and then just it comes out of nowhere and picks you
Yeah.
up and knows, and it only unlocks for you and your phone.
Let's go.
That's it. You
I
get
can't
in.
do it. I can't
Have
do
you
it.
seen
I gotta
Minority
show you on my
Report? You ever
story.
seen Minority Report
I need a contingency plan.
with Tom Cruise?
I got to have the
Minority Report with Tom Cruise, and they can see you do the crime before you do the crime.
Yeah, you remember Fast and the Furious 2 with Tyrese?
Okay.
You had that button, ejectocito.
Oh yeah,
cuz?
yeah.
You gotta have the
Ejectocito, cuz.
and a contingency plan. I'm not going, brother.
That contingency, nah, for real.
I'm like Batman when it comes to technology. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta have a way out.
Yeah, no.
I gotta
it's-
fail safe on my chat GPT.
You know, there's I think it's China, if I'm not mistaken, that has like your credit report matters. Like that's how they base you as a person.
no, your citizenship.
Yeah, like citizenship,
Based
like
on
the
your
type
credit.
of person you
No
are
facts.
is based off.
You can't even go to China without a work order, because you're gonna be stuck in the house. If you go outside, you're gonna get arrested. If you make it into China without business or without the work order, you cannot go outside.
Dang,
Wow.
You
crazy.
gotta get a if you want to be a
I'm gonna declare my I'm old card
here, right? Now that we're getting talking about countries in El Salvador.
Yes.
I was born during the Civil War.
Of El Salvador.
Yes. I was born in 1990. I was born at the end of a Civil War. So when I tell people that, they're like, you were born in a Civil War?
But where was you born at?
El Salvador.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. El Salvador. And it's crazy you said. I'm sorry?
Oh, I said edit that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in case they come looking for my boy.
Oh, yeah.
For that, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure,
No,
for sure.
so, well, no, I mean, I'm
You got
legal.
papers?
You got your
citizenship?
documents.
I'm a permanent resident and I'm a citizen
Okay.
based up. My mom became a citizen before
Yeah.
I was the age of 18.
Understood.
Yeah, so yeah, but now they're looking at that those might get revoked, so we might have to edit that out. Yeah,
Trust me,
I'm a hot suspect. And then yeah, anyways, so with that being said, I was born there and then we still had colones, right? So it's crazy because I grew up like really feeling like I came from a third world country. You know, it's like hearing water hurricanes on 10 roofs.
Damn.
You know,
and those hurricanes and those rain, hey. That
do
shit
you know
don't
where El
play.
Salvador is?
Yeah, it's down by South America.
Man, when it rains, it fucking rains. It's mudslides everywhere.
Yeah, no, I seen it. I mean, not that I seen about
And
it.
it's
I
humid.
know my geography is that if that's what you're asking.
Yeah,
me.
and I always wonder why I was the darkest in my family, right?
Yeah.
So then I kind of started doing some experimenting with my mom. I'm like, tell me more, because you know my dad's still getting milk, and I was like, you know,
Milk?
like
He's
what?
still getting milk. Like
Yeah. I'm sure he'll come back one day, right?
He's still trying to process.
Nah. My daddy never found it. He never found the milk.
I
You
think
feel me?
he's making it himself. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
My daddy
right?
drinking it.
So then,
It's good.
so then, it's crazy because you know I end up finding out that I'm also Panamanian, right? Through my dad, and if you look up Panamanian people, they don't look Hispanic. They look black.
Yes, Pan African slave trade.
Yeah. So everybody in my family is lighter than me.
So, okay, let's just get back to that then. Everybody black. Everybody that's melanated is of black descent because of those countries, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, all that. Brazil, Rio. That's where they were kidnapping people from and bringing them to Texas, Louisiana, you know what I mean, Mississippi. They were coming from there too. And then some people even went, the people from Jamaica and stuff, they from like Africa, like
Caribbean.
Caribbean. They more from Africa, but the people that's like Mexican and the people that's like from Louisiana, Mississippi, most of them people was from Brazil. And stuff.
Are
Like,
you
all those
Caesar? Are
countries.
you Mexican?
Yeah.
You are? Okay, how do you feel? I want you know, because you're 100% Mexican, right? So he had a deal with a half and half, right?
Yeah.
So it, like Baby Gas is half Mexican, half Salvadoran, right? What do you think is the reason why there's that kind of Mexican and Salvadoran like feud?
Rivalry?
Yeah.
No, I think that's funny just because like I love being Mexican. Like, you know, I'm Mexican.
Brown pride.
So he's proud to be a Mexican.
Right.
And also Salvadorian is proud to be a Salvadorian.
Right.
From there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you think it's a pride thing?
No, I think it's mostly because there was a time where a bunch of Salvadorans they had to cross from Mexico to get to the USA here. So in their way there, they were like, you know, they'll
Like you're not from us. You're not us.
they'll have like sexual like, oh, I like this Mexican, boom boom. That's how like
Ah.
Mexican, and that's like
That's how you were
That's how I
made.
was consumed.
Yeah.
one part that Salvadorians really
Right.
don't like Mexicans. 'Cause the Mexicans will be like, "Ooh, this Salvadorian."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, make
Which
babies.
could
very
be a
common.
thing, which
I-
could be a true thing. But from the history that I was learned from both my parents, and again, this is only my opinion and from what we were raised with.
Okay.
Is that the Hispanic culture, the Mexican culture, obviously throughout all California and you know what is it before the Louisiana Purchase, it was all Mexico. So it's almost like a territorial thing.
Texas.
So this is why only here in the West Coast you see a huge Hispanic from Mexico dominant like race here, and very few that are a little bit of Puerto Rican, Dominicans, Salvadorians. All the other ethnicities the Hispanic ethnicities, you're gonna find them in the East Coast. Because in the East Coast, that's where they all migrated to. That's where they all went to. You know, where a lot of the Hispanic slaves were taken. A lot of the people that were promised, like, hey, come help us build all these railroads, buildings, and help us out. In the United States, took the whole, what is it called, the Barrows program, and they brought some Mexicans from Mexico, and a lot of them were mixed, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, like, and they brought them here to the States to work on all these things, and they were promised to get papers and paid.
Facts.
And then the United States government fucked them over.
Yeah, New York was built by Caribbeans and like what's the Atlantic? The people of
the slang out there. I mean, look at Cardi B.
Mid-Atlantic,
Look at Cardi B. You know, it's like
that's why they have like Puerto Rican Day parade.
Yeah.
A lot of my homies in
Well, that's why you got the what is it called, the bodegas out there.
But that's why I like this kind of like drives me a little crazy, right? I mean, it's inevitable. It's a culture clash, right? We're all consequences from the cultural clash, right?
Correct.
Because you know, you get a Puerto Rican and you call Puerto Rican Mexican, you might get your ass whooped.
I experienced it, but I never got my ass whooped. I just be like, they really stern about who they are.
No, right. Puerto Rican.
They'll cuss,
which is heritage, right? So yeah, your heritage, right? Like, and then back to being American. Like at the end of the day, like we was talking about the other day, I'm American first.
We are American.
Exactly,
we are American.
Exactly.
We are what this. Do you see this table right here? This is what America is right here. It's like you could be from El Salvador and be in America as long as I have been. You could be Ethiopian, right? Yeah, or Eritrean, right? Eritrean. You could be Jamaican. You could be African American. You could be
Native American.
Native American.
Haitian American.
Well, Native Americans are the true Americans.
Yeah. So my grandma, my last name is Perkins. If you know Oklahoma, Perkins is one of the biggest reservations in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And they one of the only ones that still own their land. You know what I mean?
My kids are Native American. Like they have Native American rights.
But my grandma is Polish and Nigerian. So she was like escaped the Holocaust and slavery. Yeah,
Dodged 2 bullets.
No, for sure.
Like the Matrix.
And they moved to Alabama and Birmingham. And
That's
then she
crazy.
started having babies with probably somebody who was a descendant of a slave, my grandpa. And then my mom was born. She had a baby with a Native American, and that's how I got my last name.
That's
that makes
crazy.
sense.
Okay, so that's dope.
So what I'm saying, back to what I'm saying is, it's like, it's just about heritage. Once you know what your bloodline is, then you got to accept that, right? You can't change that. You can't change where you from.
Right.
But the pride is like, yeah, I got to stand on my own shit. I ain't trying to be you. I ain't trying to be me. And it's not like so much trying. It's almost like trendy. What's trending in America? What's the movement? What's the
That's
wave?
why this whole ICE situation is obviously a target against the culture, right? Because if you're let's say white and you're from Argentina, got blue eyes, you know, and then you still have an accent, maybe don't even speak English, they're not gonna come up to that person. They're gonna come up to someone who looks like us, right? And potentially they just target
it. No, so that's how we feel. Okay, let me just be honest, and that's real, right? Our podcast was about. If you go watch our podcast, the first one, I talk about all this at the end, right?
Yeah.
We at a point now where everybody a target. Yeah. This is how black people been feeling. When I went to Texas, I never get pulled over. They still kind of like, you got to really do something. But when they catch you, they gonna ostracize you. Out here, I've been pulled over so many times for being just black. To the point where that's common in our culture. Yeah. So for ICE to come, it's not that's what y'all get or nothing. It's like, no, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I try to explain to the Dominicans. It's like
it's weird.
It's like,
so now everybody kind of sees. So back, I don't mean to cut you off, But it's at the point now we in it together.
Yeah.
And that's why the culture, that's why we wearing never trust it. You feel me? Because we all got to identify with each other.
Believe it or not, now it's just being highlighted, but we've been in this together, right?
And you're right.
Because the way that politics work is if black and brown are not strong on the unit, then that's when separation happens. Like, for example,
divide and conquer.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you get people, right, like the Super Bowl was the perfect example of division. It was the perfect example. No one knows why they felt a certain type of way, right? That hated on that.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
They just know that they hated on it because it was more like, why is this guy on here, right? Like,
oh, you talking about the Bad Bunny thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so obviously, let's just be honest. Jay-Z is a person of culture to the point where he understands there's Cardi B's, there's Mac Millers, there's, you know what I mean? There's Weekends, you know what I mean? Somebody who's Eritrean and stuff like that. So there's Drake's, there's Canadian white mix. Like, he knew this a long time ago going into the game. Now that sports and entertainment is the most influential message, you know what I mean? We have to start telling the truth. Bad Bunny obviously did that. That's why they were saying the representation that he was showing through the symbology of what was happening, right? Regardless if you listening to what he's saying, because I don't know what Bad Bunny's saying. Yeah, it's a cool vibe, but it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Because I understand he's telling a story.
His own story.
Come on.
And you know what else? I'll back up that is that for us as Latinos and seeing somebody being represented as a negative way to be portrayed at the biggest, stage of ever in history.
Wait, do you agree or you disagree with?
No, I agree with Bad Bunny.
Can I ask y'all one question? Did y'all see black people have their own halftime show, or did you see white people have their own halftime show?
Right.
Just saying, we wasn't really tripping.
Yeah, no, but it's I think that's a personal thing though, because I think you're just more culturally open. But there definitely was. I seen it. I went through stories and I was seeing people like, oh man, get this guy off my screen. I think it was Boosie. Boosie. I think was like man, get the, like right. And I look up to Lil Boosie since INDEP.
Yeah.
It's like shit. I was barely learning English. He was teaching me how to spell in the song. So. It's like you.
So he gonna break it down.
So like, if you go on, there's bots on the internet. If you go on the internet, all these bots and these fake pages, if you go look, all their origins are from Pakistan. It's a study done on it. All these people pretending to be black people on the internet and making these false claims and these false narratives. They're all from Pakistan, India. If you and they did like a real study on it, and then these people. They're not, I don't want to say like they're controversy farming, basically. They're trying to stir up shit for engagement. And you know what I mean?
It's just the thing, it's like obviously we have the most power when we're together. That's just evident, right?
But
it's just like any
really
division they can find.
If you really look into it, you'll see that it's all propaganda. It's all built up to put us against each other.
I'm gonna tell you one situation that happened a few years ago. And I didn't think of it. It was a big deal. And I think it's silly. But, I guess, I seen someone in our mutual circle that was black talk about Cinco de Mayo and the power of, the unity that happened between black people and Mexicans at that time, right? So the only thing that I think came off strong or, maybe, it was like, it was more of a prideful thing. It was like they said, oh, you guys can thank us for Cinco de Mayo or something like that, right? And I didn't personally feel attacked about that. I was like, oh, okay, you know what? It's true. If you look back, Mexican and black people during slavery had to really come together to be able to get where we're at in America now.
Correct.
And then there was someone who was prideful about being Mexican, was like, how are you going to try to take credit for Cinco de Mayo and things like that? I'm not going to follow that person anymore. And I try to kind of be like, but why do you feel like that? And it's crazy because the other person never even found out that person felt like that. But this was just told to me behind closed doors. And I was just like, but why do you feel like that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, you're letting something that could be unit, let you separate yourself or push yourself away, right? I love where Mexican culture is right now, because Mexican culture, I feel like now it's opening a lot more doors for, like, I don't know if you guys know, there's a guy named Tali Velico in Modesto. He's Punjabi, and he makes corridos.
Okay.
You know, like the...
And some of these Punjabi brothers and sisters, they be getting down.
Hey.
With the liquor stores. I be seeing them.
Hey, bro, you know what? You know how I respect how Punjabis are able to like learn. If you think about it, they've gone through a lot because they've had to meet all cultures, right?
Yeah.
So like when I go to the corner stores, I know how to greet in Punjabi, you know? I'm like, Sat Sri Akal Paji, you know, Tum Mara Ki Alai. Hey, to my Punjabi community, man, let me know how I sounded. Wadia. You know, but, you know, it's like, you know, I took the respect and time to like be like, hey, you know what? They come up to me and they say, hey, ¿cómo estás, amigo? That's respect to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to learn a little bit of you guys' culture too. And be able to do that.
Like
so,
when they come up to us and be like, "What's up, my nigga?"
Yeah,
that's terrible, and it burns because no, I'm serious. Like, so when
let's go ahead.
No, they do that.
When
We're gonna take a break real quick.
Bunny popping. That's why Migos is popping. All these different cultures. That's why K-pop is popping, right? Yeah, like for real. That's what it's striving on, sampling itself, sampling life. So it's not that you can't say nigga. It's not that you won't be successful.
I don't think it's what you say is how you say it. I think it really breaks down to that importance.
I think it's more why you say it.
Why you say it.
I think if anything,
didn't grow up like that, right? If you just say it and you didn't grow up in the Bay or you didn't grow up culturally, it honestly, even then though, I don't feel like there's a closing to it, because what if that person is not amongst the Hispanics and they don't even know that, like me, wearing FUBU, not knowing what it meant, right? I was a
Get your mic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are we on?
Yeah, we on.
We live? Right. I was an immigrant kid in San Francisco wearing FUBU, not knowing what it meant until somebody finally
What
put me
does
on.
it mean?
For us, by
For
us.
us, by us.
I was thinking the movie one.
Oh, fuck you. We said bye. What did he say? It was Bufu. Buy us, fuck you. Yeah.
So, like, you know, growing up, you know, I understand the disses about kids without dads. I understand that. I'm a kid without a dad. Way more emotional growing up in my life than I needed to be. And a lot of lessons that I didn't learn from my mom, I learned them in the streets. I had to get smacked, or I had to get into a fight, or I had to do something like that. You know, I was so broke, I bought some shoes that I thought were Fat Farms. And then one day, some kid pointed it out, and they were like, those are Quat Farms. The P was backwards, and I didn't even pay attention to it, thinking I was wearing Fat Farms. And I was wearing Quat Farms.
I ain't never seen those.
Yeah, they sold them at the flea market, bro. I'm sure that they're, look, hey,
they're still out there.
They still out there. You can still Google them. Yeah, so there was Quat Farms.
Hey, everybody in the comments, drop the link for them Quad Farms.
Yeah, them Quat Farms, man. And you can only get them at the flea market. That's exclusive.
Okay.
We're going to buy 5 pairs. JD's going to sign them. We're going to give them away.
That's it, man. Look, man, I'll be the
disrespectful
sponsor.
to Russell Simmons, even though, I mean.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, you know, sometimes, right, culturally, you don't know when you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's well said. Well said.
Yeah. And
so back to the word, the N word.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know they doing the wrong thing. And when I hear music and I hear it, especially in like Latin artists, and it's just like, nigga, I slide, nigga, I up the pole, I don't give a fuck, me and my nigga. And it's like,
I feel targeted.
It's not even I feel targeted. It's harder for me to get in tune what you got to say.
Because you don't feel like you could identify at that point because you're separating yourself, right?
Yeah.
And they think it's the opposite, right? Like you listen to music now. I can't tell you how many times now that we got this One Up Studios, Fresno, California, tap in.
Come on.
We got the newest studio,
Yes,
One Up Studios.
1745 West Shaw. We in the building.
Yeah, man, we here.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because
It's secure too. You can't get in here.
It's secured and stuff like
Fort
that.
Knox
But
up in here.
so crazy to me now that I'm like, dang, it's just something that I see happen so much. Like, I can't tell you how many times someone comes in and says EBK type beat. if we got paid $10 for every time we heard EBK type beats, I think we'd make more off of that than the actual studio. So it's like EBK type beat, EBK type beat, EBK type beat, EBK type beat. And you know what? It doesn't matter if it's Hispanic, Black, Asian, it doesn't matter. I think I've seen all those nationalities come into the studio already, and they do say it.
And I would say also that's only because the artists you target, right? Like I work with a lot of artists. I really do make a lot of different type of music. Like
I've heard it. Yeah, you heard me too.
Yeah. And I will just sit with a country artist and just develop them, and then go to country shows or a punk rock show.
Right.
And it's just the artist. It's not. That's the regional sound. That's the regional hip hop sound.
Right.
Is Echo, EBK. You know what I mean? Or SOB. Shoreline.
Hey, SOB, I got
Chris
a feature
Brown
coming out with
or
SOB.
like,
Shout out SOB.
Yeah, no, shout out. Boy, you got to drop the clip.
I know.
gotta
Hey,
drop the clip.
we're going to drop it. Honestly, look, I'm going to say it like this. We're going to drop it this month as breaking news on the Broke Boys podcast.
Wait. You going to drop the whole song? Or
I'm going to drop the whole song, the remix. Yeah. I'm going to drop the whole song, SOB, and we'll do a partnership with Broke Boys, you know what I mean, pushing it out. So, it's crazy. I feel like I got Bitcoin when it was low, right?
Nah, straight up. It's definitely equity in that.
Yeah, because it's like, man, I'm a real fan of SOB.
Nah, for real. Like, we did shows with them. Ask them. When they came to Azteca, them and TNO, we were chilling too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's dope, though. But to see them come back, I wish TNO would come back.
Yeah.
And this probably going to be big because I know they're going to be watching this now. I didn't even know I was going to say this. But the fact that they came back, he called me. And he's like, you didn't see what happened with SOB? But you've been telling me you had a song. You played it for us before they got back together.
Right. Yeah. And that's how I felt about the Snoop Dogg thing with Steelz, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, there's about to be a Snoop Dogg remix of Yaya. This is crazy. And you know what's dope about it, right? So I don't know if you know, but the song is called Los Bookies.
Oh, hey, that's legendary.
Yeah.
Those Bookies, that's what you guys named it?
So that's the song. It's out
Wait,
right
the
now.
song with who?
The song that I got coming out with SOB is called Los Bookies.
What did that mean?
Okay,
Los
so I'm
Bookies-
glad you asked.
Go ahead, explain it.
Go ahead.
No.
I want you to say it first, and then I'll give it.
So they are, I would say, the Elvis Presley of our parents' generation, correct?
Right. They're like the Rolling Stones of the
Latin.
Spanish
Okay,
community.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're Mexican. It doesn't matter if you're Salvadoran, Guatemalan. It's like
You all know about the Bookies.
yeah.
So they
Okay,
sing corridos
say less.
or
No. So
What would you categorize?
I would say romanticas, no?
Yeah.
Like
Hold on, I gotta
romanticas,
tap in.
classics.
Let me tap in. Because
Yeah.
I'll be sampling a lot of
They
shit.
just
Okay,
they
so
just retired from
They
doing
just
tours.
retired, right?
Yeah.
So I was doing a iHeartRadio, shout out Nick Nack, and down in Riverside, and he had just interviewed one of those bookies. I think Antonio Solis,
Okay, yeah.
his daughter,
No
who
way.
did an interview over there, and then I come
shit.
in a few months later. And
Full circle.
I'm like, hey, but like one of the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we heard this right here. Fabuloso. Waking up in the morning, my mom's yelling at me. Levántate, huevón, y huepuchi, cabrón.
Lit. I love it. See, this is what I want to learn about other cultures, right? Like, if everybody want to be black or niggas, it's hard because then we like, all right, like this shit ain't really what you think.
Right.
It's really creepy. It's spooky out here being a black person, but it's not that we don't identify. We ain't rocking together. But I want to hear y'all shit.
Yeah. Well,
I
so
mean-
look, all right. So the reason why it's called those bookies is because I said hair hella long on those bookies, right? So growing up, that style, the like almost like long.
Right. I see you. They got like
Yeah.
a mullet. kinda
Yes,
like
the
the
mullet.
Long
The
hair,
black-
right?
yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Me and Mario, look,
We rocking it right now.
Right now, we
Look,
rocking,
gang
bro.
shit,
Right now. You know what that is? That's
Yeah.
those bookies, bro.
Yeah, fucking
That's
right.
those bookies,
Let's
bro.
go.
That's those bookies.
And you can tell they about their business, like just looking at them.
Oh, bro,
like, these
legendary.
niggas
Rolling
turned up.
Stones are Spanish, man.
Yes,
and
yes.
and man, I hope you know what? A lot of the comments that would come in, they're like, "Oh, I see the lawsuit coming," right? Because I put Los Bookies as the title, right?
Yeah.
And then people were like, "Wait a minute, this ain't Los Bookies," right? But that was meant to be a culture shock. It was a strategy, you know,
Yeah.
marketing wise.
Yeah.
Like, for one, I want to educate people, like, yo, this is rap. What the heck is Los Bookies?
Right.
You guys didn't know about Los Bookies. This was a perfect opportunity to let the culture meet each other. And like, this is hip hop. This is something from my heritage
on.
that I'm bringing
That's what
over
we
to the
talking
hip hop
about.
side.
Yeah.
And I'm able to, you know, name it that.
Broke boy shit.
Yeah, for real.
Nostalgic.
So, you know, it's like, yeah, exactly. Nostalgia, right? So now it's like, how can I tell somebody culturally, like, about my nostalgia that didn't grow up like that? I put a hip hop song out that's called Los Bookies. You like it enough, you're like, what am I saying anyways?
Right. Yeah, no, that's
dope.
what.
That's dope.
That's the whole intention. When I met Martin and DJ, even in seeing them on his podcast, which is even crazy. I seen them on Between Pods on a clip, and he was talking, and I didn't know that wasn't that podcast that he was a part of. But doing my research and seeing all that, then seeing how they were like really showcasing the town on like a nostalgic level.
Yeah.
Like bringing information that if you from Fresno, you're gonna watch this shit. I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah.
So that was dope, and for it to be this level right here, obviously is we ain't even hit the summer yet, bro.
Nah, it's gonna be an
The
amazing
song,
summer.
Your song, what you just announced right now got me turned up more than anything you said all day.
I remember when
and that's dope.
I remember when I first met Martin, and that was at Dog Days. Didn't know him from a can of paint. Super humble, and you know, not even knowing like he was gonna have the keys to the city is crazy, like crazy.
Yeah.
I knew. I think we knew because we had a talk.
Yeah.
But it wasn't no disrespectful shit. It was like, no, we finna bring the city on. Like we bringing it. So
It means a lot that you guys say that, you know, just because like I worked so hard, and you guys all know my story, that working from the fields and coming from nothing, I'm still doing this, and I'm still passionate. And I appreciate Caesar's time for helping me out too, and of course my manager DJ, because a lot of
Shout out to Caesar. Yeah.
all these people, like they're everybody that's helped me out is to be in this exact moment with people who have been incredible entrepreneurs and figuring things out. And you know, I'm extremely blessed to have you on and for you to talk about your success, because hey man, like I want to continue showcasing that. You hear it everywhere. Hey, I want to show out the talent. Hey, I want to bring Fresno talent. But what do they do?
Yeah, not being from Fresno to me, right, has allowed me to be an outside voice that understands now Fresno culture, being here for the last few years, and now slowly becoming a part of it.
Come on.
Of the culture, right?
on.
And it's like, it feels like more Central Valley than anything, right?
Come on.
People ask me, where you from? All the time. Where are you from? And I can't even answer that
El
because I'm
Salvador?
like,
No, just-
I was born in El Salvador. You trying to get me deported, huh?
Edit that out.
If you don't like me, bro.
Hey, look, this wouldn't be possible without you. Y'all mean like this man he be opening doors for real. And that's what I was gonna say. It ain't about where you from, it's where you be at, right? And you be here doing stuff. Ever since you been a good vibe. We all met you at the same time. You know what I mean? And soon as you seen what I was doing, you're like, what's up, bro? Tap in. And no hesitation. We got people from here that's hesitating right now.
Right.
They're mad. They're mad. They're mad. Let's be honest. They're mad.
Yep.
And I'm emphasizing on that because it's over. Like I said,
Yeah.
man, the summer ain't even here yet.
Yeah, for reals. And I mean, that's the crazy part about too, like, you know, being so associated now as like people hit up Fresno. That's how we had Compton AV, Steelz, and Reg pull up on me. Like, I'm not even from Fresno, but they just know I'm out here in Fresno. I'm the guy that hit up, you know, to like, oh, where we gonna eat at? What we gonna do? Type thing, right?
Still said it. Good energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good energy,
Good
for
people.
sure.
Good people.
people.
He said good. Yeah, being a
said
good
you don't
person.
meet a lot
You
of
gotta
good
stay
people.
pure,
Yeah.
stay genuine.
Yeah, like being genuine is like so important. And I think that's why a lot of people really like you, because you really do come off like that. Like you come off, not only come off as, but you are like in person, right? You are just like how you see behind the camera, right? There's no like off and on or anything like that. You're genuinely this person all along. And it's crazy because, we were talking a little bit, and this is the last time I'll touch on it, but being Salvadorian, it feels like you are the black person of Hispanic culture. That's how I feel. Because, like, for example, I grew up with a lot of Mexicans, and it's supposed to be a derogatory, way of calling a Salvadorian is they call him a cerote. That is the N word.
That is the N word.
But you know what? Acerote in Spanish is shit.
Yeah.
But in Salvadorian, what does it mean?
Shit.
No.
Oh, cerote. Oh, yeah. But that term isn't even used like that anymore, like that.
Yeah.
So it's like we identify by what it's being told as, right? So I think the only flip we got as Salvadorians that I've done in my music is like, usually I'll be like, cerote, yeah, you could call me shit because I am the shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I see what you're saying. That's how nigga is. It was
Yeah.
like nigger, and then somehow along the line became and then it was like, okay, I'm a nigga, I'm the nigga. You know
right.
what I mean?
Exactly,
I
yeah.
can see why you
helping evolve the word, right? Because it's undoubted. It's undoubted. It's like it's just we're shunned upon, and it's just something that we have no control over. It's bigger than us. It's a cultural clash. That's why when there's other cultural clashes, I feel the same way about it. I'm like, man, I feel that. I feel, like how you said, people are stopping people just based off how they look. Black people can feel like, dang, now you feel how we've been feeling this all these years. Not that like, ha, but you feel us? Like, you feel this? I do.
Yeah.
I do. You know how many times I feel like, I'm going to tell you a perfect example. Just yesterday, Easter, there's this lady selling fruit. I live in a nice area in Fresno.
Okay.
First thing that runs through my mind is what? Man, I pray to God that they don't harass this lady.
Yeah.
And,
Understood. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
now I feel it, right? Just yesterday, same thing. In this parking lot, there was a robbery right here next door at this gas station.
Damn.
We had clients that happened to be black.
Yeah.
What do the cops do?
Stop them.
They're in a private parking lot. They come up to them, and they're like, all right, but you don't match the description, right? It's like, we're at the studio.
So why are you even looking at me?
Exactly, right? So, but why? You know why?
Yeah, we know why.
Yeah.
I got a video from Focus, but and to the respect to that police officer, honestly, he was pretty cool about it, actually. I went over there because I'm cool with this guy. That's one of the guys that teaches me, how to speak Punjabi.
Right.
That's my paji.
Okay.
And then, it's like, I seen CSI there. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm hoping nothing worse happened.
Right.
But apparently if it's a commercial burglary, they have to do CSI and all of that, First thing I did when I went to go grab these energy drinks, I went behind the counter, I hugged him. Like, I was like, yo, bro, I'm so glad you're okay. And, that's the American thing. Like, that's the American thing, right? It doesn't matter if you're Punjabi, Mexican, Salvadorian, Black, Asian. It doesn't matter to me. It's like, if we figure out the narrative, which is what we drive as the narrative, then we're the ones in control.
This is true.
So I feel like it's really important, right? It's
extremely, and that's why I say it's not how you say it, just why you say it.
Yeah.
It's just why you say anything.
Yeah.
What's the purpose? Like, it ain't about being right? It's about just expressing yourself.
Right. It's just being open.
Being open, right?
Right.
So that part is what this conversation was brought to you by, open-mindedness.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah.
This record, to me, it's a little bit bigger than just like, okay, I'm dropping a song with SOB. It's like, I'm a genuine Salvadorian artist. I do English, I do Spanish, I do rap, I do reggaeton. I was number one on Thistler for 9 weeks with the song I did with Agent Marcel and Derek King, a reggaeton song, number one on the Thistler. It's like that's unlikely. Right?
No, I understood. It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah. And it was just a big push and stuff like that. That was like my biggest song to date. And it's crazy because now it's like I see a possibility of us being able to once again. I want to feel like Compton AV with that "Run Me My Money." He did something. It was powerful, and he knew that he had more hits to come. Like, don't count me out yet because I got more hits coming.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I really want to feel. Like I want to be able to, say like, man, I'm gonna expose the formula for you artists out there, right? Throw a show yourself or invest into it, right? I got you open up for YG, Mozzie at Stockton Stadium and many more people. I was an investor into it. I got paid to go perform on the stadium at Stockton Arena. I didn't pay to be on that slot. You know how they treat us artists? Pay to be on the slot.
Right.
Pay to be on the slot. Pay to get promo.
No, right.
When do you monetize music? How do you monetize music?
That is what we do at Protocol.
Yeah.
We monetize.
Shout out Protocol, the talent agency. You know the call.
We monetize art, right?
Right.
It's a protocol. It's just paperwork and knowing the language, and then the licenses. Your licenses is the first thing you want in anything, a business, intellectual property, IP. You want a license because then you can always resell it or negotiate it. It's just like what the bond of money is made on, a license.
We had the person here at One Up Studios that used to be Will Smith's assistant.
Oh, yeah. Wait, who you talking about, Frank?
No.
Frank. No, she came. The assistant. Oh, yeah, she came.
And what'd she say?
Oh, well, she, it was crazy,
What?
right?
This is a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
What?
So, look.
Hello, the Fresh Prince in the building.
You guys want to know what's funny, though?
Is he coming?
Huh? Oh,
Drop the news.
no, I don't think.
Will Smith will be at studio at One Up Studios. Yes, Will Smith will be at Fresno. Yes.
Will Smith.
For
sure. Come on, man. We want to see
that
it.
way. Go on.
But and it's crazy because she came. We had EBK here, and there's a black Porsche that backs in or whatever, and she just happens to be here. I don't know who she is. So I'm just waving hi, as I, respectfully, being a genuine person at all times.
Come on, brother.
So being genuine like that, she probably went out to Frank and said, "What's next door? What's going on over here?" And then he told her. And then she came over and I showed her the studio, and it's crazy because it's like,
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, so she came in and she was super cool.
Yo, so remember when I was telling you, I was like, you do Will Smith taxes.
Yeah.
So to bring it full circle,
come on.
She was like, what are you publishing? She said,
right.
Back to what we were talking about, right? How do you monetize music?
On.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
How do you publish music, right? I can't stress this enough, right? He still said it the perfect way, man. You got to listen to it. He's dropping gems on us. He said, drop something else? No. I'm going to keep pushing this record.
That's why I was shaking my head the whole time. I don't know. Y'all probably going to be focused more on that. But if you look at me, he was just like, obviously, I've been in a lot of rooms with A&Rs and whatever, directors. And your strategy, that's all it's about. Is you have a plan. You beat 90% of the people by just having a plan.
Right.
When you put a piece of content out, it's just a plan. You can work that one piece of content like Laresso or somebody. But a lot of people, they just like, I'm going to put it out and share it one time. That's my plan.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to tell everybody to share it at the same time. That's my plan. And I just want to say this. My plan is to be so consistent that I always share new content. Right. So no matter what, you can be like, oh, Quisey did something new. Mm-hmm. But it's still content. It's seasonal. It's regular. It's, you can, same thing with Broke Boys. I don't think y'all share the same things.
No.
Exactly.
We do always different things.
Come on. So that's our just we never even said that before. That's the first time we said it, but I just noticed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as you having a record or somebody having a record like Steelz or Yaya, hell yeah. Your campaign. That's what we do at Protocol. Artists in development and teach media training and come up with concepts and techniques and strategies to build channels to monetize revenue.
I mean, just look what happened in one phone call with Steelz, right?
Yeah.
We talk about what you guys are doing with Ralph Edwards, right? In the Central Valley community, right? And then we talked to a mega producer, right? Who's been in rooms with Tupac, DJ Quick, has the number 1 song in LA.
Yeah.
Top 100 on the billboards. Everyone's making remixes to the song.
Lotto.
Right? Hey, you want to know what's crazy? Okay, so look. All right. So I asked Compton AV while we were at dinner, said, who do you want? Who do you want on the remix? He's like, I'd rock with Lotto on there.
Oh wow.
He said that. And then I said,
That confirms
I was
it.
like, you know what? I was like, because shout out to my boy DJ Unique. We went to high school together.
Okay.
And he's on tour right now with OGC or Shoreline Mafia. And they're super cool. And it's crazy because now I'm like, I'm connecting dots, right? So my boy puts me on DJ Charisma stuff, right? You know whose night it was that night?
AV or Shoreline?
Her name was Mulatto.
Oh, okay.
Before she became Mulatto, she was young Mulatto.
No, for sure.
Right? So I got, me being on SiriusXM nationwide,
Yeah.
first time ever, because my boy Unique hooked up the connect on that. DJ Charisma put me on it. I'm like, man, DJ Charisma and Lotto work. Because I know that because of that night.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm like, maybe Charisma. And then at that time, it was, it's like, it was just like a maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see this mega mix.
Yeah.
I would love, oh my God, it would be honestly an honor to have even had that conversation with Compton AV before it happened, because that is the power of the mind. That's the power of being able to speak things into existence.
Power of the tongue.
And knowing that everything, is working for you. You know what I mean? It's not it's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
Yeah.
And when you see things, relationships, or just opportunities, right? It's not so much I'm being opportunities, like, no, I need to be aware and active.
Yeah.
So that way I could, engage and complete what the whole purpose of me being in these rooms is.
Right.
So you definitely been doing your thing, and for you to hit me up and keep me involved in the circle is player, because that's how my boy right here work. If I introduce somebody or if I have connection with somebody, I'm the same way. I want to make sure I go through protocol, right? I don't want to skip no steps, because that always costs you more later on.
Because we met at the same time. I knew him already in person. We follow each other on social media, but I know that, you work with them more. I feel more comfortable, like, hey,
I'm over here
what?
all the time anyways.
Yeah,
always in your face. So
exactly.
it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And Martin, one thing about him is when it comes to this Fresno stuff, he's on top of it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. So
I try my best.
Yeah. So, I mean, with that being said, though, that conversation, right, with the Ralph Edwards, it's like now we got two people who are working with Snoop Dogg, but not working with each other.
Yeah.
I grew up with Ralph.
Really?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there you go.
Crazy, huh?
You know?
I ain't gonna tell you, surprise.
Yeah.
And then we also have a autism awareness walk coming up on September.
Right, that's
April
another
18th.
And Ralph is performing.
And Ralph is
Let me
performing.
drop that. April 18th.
April 18th.
From 12 to 4 p.m. at River Bluff Elementary School. We will be celebrating autism awareness.
And that was another thing that we connected on,
With Q97.
Yeah.
Andre Covington.
Hey, shout out to my boy Greg,
G-Man.
Q97.
Yeah, Greg will be in
I'm
the
still
building.
waiting for the radio to get me on there, man.
Yeah, hey, but we
look,
gotta call
straight
Greg
up.
after this.
Yeah,
We gotta call
yeah,
Greg after this. So look, it's crazy because that was another thing that me and you were really, like, I really felt personal, like, attachment to the autism thing, because my son's autistic.
Right.
My son goes to ABA. It's hard because as an autism parent, right, there's different challenges. And, it's like your forever baby. My son is 6 years old in diapers. He's my big baby, man. I can barely carry his big old, you know what I mean? I'm like, little Bam Bam, he's buff and everything. Barely saying any sentences and stuff like that, but any sentence he says just means the world to us, right?
Yeah.
And then I got the smaller one that's a year younger than him, and I can't get her to stop talking. She's like, so why is the sky blue? I'm like, well, because God made it that way. So why did God make it that way? And like, I can't get. It's a
I don't
never
know. You
ending.
gotta ask
It's a
him.
never. So I don't know
Ask
how.
the man.
I don't know how they're even able to communicate, right?
beautiful thing.
But it's like being an autism parent. One of the things that's super hard is there's this thing called ABA. And there's certain ABAs, like centers, that they believe that behavioral situations happen because of the comfort of the parent. So you have a child that can't talk, can't tell you what happens to them, but you're supposed to go to a center and drop off your child and trust your child without being able to walk the facility and let your child go in there.
Right.
And you don't know what happens, and your son can't tell you.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
a scary thing. That's definitely scary.
And that's why Auntie LaShawn Tony want to start the care program where it is specifically for people who do interact with people with autism, if that makes sense. But homes, like if they have to stay there for a week or they have to stay there or whatever, like she want to make it to where the people are trained,
right?
You know what I mean, to do it and just like be able to have those relationships for support.
And it's Autism Awareness Month, by the way.
Yeah,
for those who don't, it's crazy.
I can't give you all the details on exactly how she want to do it, but she got a good idea for that, and her daughter goes through a lot. She's 17 years old, and
parents are also received different way in the community, and I've seen it personally. Right? Unfortunately, there's parents out there that make autism more about them than their child.
Absolutely,
it's true.
And I will tell you that, like, I don't know if my partner, she is a special educator, and I don't know if I'm not supposed to say much about some things, but you get those parents that are very active in their kids' lives and that are very like, well, we got to be on top of it. I want to help out my child and do learnings when we take home, and then there's some parents that don't even show up for their kids. And it's sad. And then you have those parents that make it all about themselves.
Right.
And it's just like, it's a sad case.
I mean, it's hard, right? I only have one son. I mean, as a man, you want your one son. What do you dream about having a son? It's like sports. Maybe when they grow up, talk about the girls and stuff. I don't know what the future looks like with me and my son.
Right.
It's like I have a special path with my son. I don't know. I mean, I know he's athletic enough to do whatever he wants. He just won a little thing for playing basketball or soccer. Actually, both, I believe. But from the Special Olympics, like the little program that they have out there, and that's just off natural, like me playing the other day. Me and Rob were playing basketball in the back right here in the back with no hoop, just like who's gonna shake who up?
Just crossing them up.
Yeah,
them out their shoes.
It's crazy because he still hasn't got his ankles back. I think I left him over.
What we call that? Delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
That's what we call that.
But yeah, so it's crazy, So, as a father, these are the different jackets that Steelz brought up that I'm wearing. Yeah. I'm a father, a man of God, a businessman, right?
A man with no ankles.
And an artist.
They're fat, but they're still ankles, okay?
Y'all stay corrected.
And then, and then at nighttime, I put on the Hannah Montana, and I'm like, all right, now it's Jai Dee performing out there.
Yeah.
And I meet many other artists that are exactly like this. I was blessed enough to open up on multiple shows for Sonora Product. She's independent. If you've never been to a Sonora Product show, she is the queen of like Mexican rap.
That was the first artist that I did press for in Texas in 2012, June or August. Was it August like 26, 2012? You go look at the video. Me and her, that was the first artist.
And that's a different Sonora Product that we see.
Nah, she's way different. Right? She's way Hollywood. Not in the bad Hollywood. She just glowed up. If that,
she grew to her full form. Right? It's not like I get what you're saying. Like she didn't grow up Hollywood. I was like, no, because you know what? Actually, recently, I'm really cool with her producer Pumbaa, and and her DJ. And, I was hitting him up because I wanted, my boy Reg had hit me up like, hey, Nick Nack wants to get her on a show. Those thoughts weren't able to connect, but Reg hit her up directly to her page. She responded. That shows you how humble someone like her has to be to have that mass following and still respond?
Nah, she's super interactive. She kind of like, she was the LaRusso before the LaRusso in a sense. Snow the Product, when she came, she already had like street team. She already had her own little dancer girls, her little homegirl sidekick.
Yeah.
I know them. Yeah.
And they're real family, man. They're
for sure. And they
like-
did everything. They streamed. They did everything in-house. They merch. They did the production. Everything. She was like low-key before Kai Cenat them, though. Now I sit here and think about it. She was on that, but with the music. Like, yeah, big time. She was big on Twitch and streaming and shit.
And,
Like,
and not only that,
I
right?
sit here and think about it.
But it's like her team is like really loyal to her, right?
Yeah.
Like Lisa gets it done. I met her on the multiple shows, and stuff like that. And that's her tour manager. And like, man, she's like just super humble. You see Snow the Product, she's with her brother, right? Her son comes out to the shows, she brings her, her significant other on the show. They're rocking as a family. And it's like they're a unit. That is what, like when we're talking back full circle, pay attention to these people like this. Yeah. Pay attention to Compton AV. Pay attention to Steelz. Pay attention to Snow the Product. People who aren't, and I'm not sure if Compton AV signed. I don't believe so because I think he's independent. But whether he is or he isn't, how they're moving needs to be viewed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And that's one of the things is like, if you're an artist, right? You're dropping music. Are you just hoping that you go viral? Is that your only hope? Is that the only chance you're giving yourself? It's like, I hope that somebody makes a clip to this. I've actually experienced it with one friend only. One time only have I seen that happen where somebody dropped a song, left it alone, and then we were working together. I actually fell asleep in my van because they were partying all night, and we had to work the next day. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pass out on the van type,
Yeah.
So then I wake up the next morning, and then this is 6 years ago, by the way, right? Maybe 7. Then he goes, I'm like, it's like 6, 7 in the morning or something. He goes, I rolled the window down. He goes, do you know what TikTok is? I said, bro, if you ever wake me up at 7 in the morning and ask me something this ridiculous, we're going to have a problem. He just laughs and shrugs it off, right? And then the next morning, I hear, did you? The exact same noise over and over and over again. Did you? And then he'd let it play. Did you wash your pussy today? What? He put out a song called DYWPT that ends up going viral on TikTok. You can look this up. I'm talking about grandmas, kids, different countries, everything, just making all these videos to, did you watch your pussy today? What? And that was TikTok blowing people up, right? And then he had to go distribute the song and fight for his money. So I'm a big, independent, promoter. Hey, guys, look, how are you going to monetize your money? How are you going to get this? Artist, if you're out there, all I'm telling you is pay attention to the business, figure out how to structure it. I know we're running short on time already, but, it's been a blessing to be here on the podcast. I want to be able to help people here at One Up Studios with my boy Focus. Focus got beats. Look him up, man. And, be able to put out that mentality into artists, right? Fresno has so much talent. The only problem I see in Fresno is Fresno hates on Fresno more than anybody else hates on Fresno.
Yes.
I've never met no other Fresno hater as much as Fresno hates on Fresno, and I wish that would change. This is from an outer perspective. I see artists hating on each other more than they're supporting each other.
Right.
If I seen that change, Fresno's a problem. Mm-hmm. It's big in mass. It's the little Texas of California. You got big houses here. You got big developments happening. People are building houses all over Clovis, all this area. There's big talents that come perform here at Save Mart, at Chichancy. Fresno has an open agenda.
It's a Cookies. It's a Green Thumb.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, bro. You think Lil Wayne's gonna show up to Modesto? No. He's
Let me
not.
answer that for you.
He's not. Where is he gonna go? Where are you even gonna put a crowd like? No, Fresno has it, bro. Fresno has stadiums that you don't have.
Speed rail on the way.
And you, if you accidentally take a left off the 99 and start driving around, it actually looks like a big city.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You start seeing the buildings, you're like, hey, yo, what the? Is this Houston?
Weird.
You know, but with that being said, it's a blessing to be part of this Fresno community right now. I've lived everywhere, San Francisco, LA. You know, I went to school to all those places, grew up most of my life in Modesto, and now I'm in Fresno, man. And it's honestly, I'm getting to see a different side of the culture of the Central Valley. Yeah. So.
No, it's a blessing. You know what I got to say is that everything that you've done and everything that you worked for, man, it's an honor to see it and witness how much you've created and how much you've done. And, you know, I'm the one to give you your flowers for everything that you're going to get because God's going to bless you 10 times forward, you know, and you deserve it after everything that you've gone through, you know, being an immigrant kid to being such a successful man now and a great father. You have so much more success coming to you, bro. And I really believe that. And, you know, you are going to be a huge inspiration to the Salvadorian community, to the Hispanic community, because you still are one of the people that stood up and are making a stance and are making an impact in this industry. And I will say it.
You too in the podcast world, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, in the podcast world, you know, it's like, you know, we don't have another Salvadorian. I just seen a Salvadorian comedian. Mm-hmm. You know?
You got to put me on. Let me know what his name.
Yeah. No, I just seen this guy like a week ago, and I'm like supporting because I'm like, oh, you know what, man? I'm finally getting to see a Salvadorian do his thing. You know, the proudest show that I'm proud to be a part of was in Los Angeles. There's a Salvadorian community, and you know how you have Chinatown, you have Koreatown, you have all these places, right? There is now a freeway sign that's called El Corredor del Salvador. Oh. It's a freeway sign that there was a festival for. And I got to perform at the opening of that. And now when I drive by LA and I see that freeway sign, I'm a part of that forever.
Okay.
Like, that's history to me. You know, I'm proud because I'm like, I was able to be a part of that for my Salvadorian community. And I came with rap.
Right. Representation is important, man. In any ethnicity, though, like, that's the beauty of America at the end of the day is it's something for everybody, right? Everybody can't have such a diverse economy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some places you gotta be Muslim. Some places you gotta be Catholic. Some places you gotta be whatever. You know what I mean? Versus here, it's like, nah, I fuck with you, but I'm still me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely, it's always a pleasure when we can, you know what I mean, get it together.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy to, you know, have met. If there's a lot that came out of Dog Days, was, you know, meeting people like you guys, right? Unfortunately, for me personally, you know, Dog Days didn't quite pan out the way I wanted it to.
In the next episode.
But, you know, at least I got to be a part of, you know, the meet and greet of a lot of the greats in Fresno that I would have never met without that, you know? And it's crazy because
you had to be working hard to even be on the upside to experience that, right? Because a lot of people didn't even know. And then other people, they just like, they have a closed mind. Like, I don't want to go see Chainsmokers. I don't listen to that type of music. But it's the energy that comes with it in our community, right?
Yeah.
So now we know what's possible. So I feel like it's our position to, that shit possible. Chainsmokers is freaking possible.
Right.
It's like we said, they possible, Beyonce possible, Kanye possible.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kendrick, Drake, whoever, Bad Bunny, whoever, whoever. You feel me?
And we would be a small show to them, which is crazy,
But
right?
They not gonna look at it like that because even when they got off the stage, look at all the behind the scenes. They were in the crowd.
Yeah.
How many people does Chichansi fit? I think it's like 10,000.
Way more.
Way more.
Way more. Like probably 50 to 70.
I don't think 50. Maybe like 30, 40.
Like
You think so?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. Honestly, yeah, just the way that it looked like, even the security people were expecting Dog Days to have like 16,000.
Okay, so I'm saying like this.
From what I remember.
Crowded from the front of the stage all the way to the back, which it almost got there, and then every single seat, and then all the foyer, all the walkway, I ain't gonna say the front. I think a cool probably 50,000. Y'all think so?
I don't know.
50?
Could be, maybe. I don't know.
We should look at that. Well, yeah, we just gotta
think comfortably. Even
I like that word. I like that.
Okay.
Comfortably. Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
it's like if we're like the fish in SpongeBob, you know what I'm saying?
I'm freaking weird. The nematodes. I'm freaking weird.
But
straight up.
Other than that, I mean, I think that that's what we shall see what comes of this year, right?
Yeah.
Chainsmokers was here last year. I'd like to see Devin be able to bounce back and connect that, right? And if not, then who? Right? Then who? Somebody. It's up for the grabs.
Nah, for surely, Oli.
Right? It's up for an opportunity,
And if you're thinking about it, why not us?
Why not? Because we know what it takes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I mean, I appreciate you opening your door and just that's what it's all about, bro. Is extending resources. If you got it in your get the next play across the board, just do it. And the philosophy for Digimeds is whoever in front of you, push them. Everybody can get in line. Just push the next person that's in front of you, and everybody. Even if you get through the front door, you can still get back in line. Or even if you fall off, you can still get back in line. As long as everybody got the right philosophy to push who in front, instead of be like, he ahead of me in the game. I'm not fucking with them. But
I bet you if we made a clip, right, of me and you like arguing to the point where we're standing up and like going against each other, and then like people watch the full episode and that never happened, it would get more views
just us because doing this shit.
Yeah, this right here, because we're intellectual about this. People want.
Controversy sells.
With it.
And you know what? Somebody did it on a comedy show.
Yeah.
It could just be Instagram Reel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready?
Whatever you say, go.
All right, we gotta get into our acting mode, right? All right. Like, nah, you're just hella close-minded about that though. Like, I don't understand why you would even.
Bro, like, you gotta think, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell you.
But look, you gotta think about it, bro. Coming from our perspective, you already know, like, everything harder for us, bro.
No,
like,
bro,
think about it.
As a Latino, though, you're gonna tell me exactly what that's about. Like, you're gonna tell me what that culture is.
But everything we do is getting copied. So, like, that don't even
how
make
does
sense.
it get copied? What are you talking about, bro? There's hey,
come on,
honestly,
you ain't even gotta do this.
You know what's
bro?
crazy about it? You know what's crazy about it is you're talking about copying.
Bro,
that's not even Yo, that was
hey, yo, tap in.
We got
Broke
Unity
Boys
over
from
here,
Fresno.
though, man.
It's my boy Jai Dee episode coming live.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Shout out to everybody who put this thing together. Everybody who decided to make the effort to be here. My boy Rock
right
Dollars,
here, man. Right here.
Jai Dee.
Right here in the
Caesar,
middle, man.
Yafty, and you already know Martin.
Shout out to everybody, man. We love you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Peace.
Hair hella long on those bookies. Yeah, I try to drive, but I'm too key. And you don't want to fed, you get 2-piece. Bitch, I got 2 keys. I don't even need them, just a push start. Didn't have a whip, I was riding bar. Whole bitch slept, it was getting hard. Now I'm rocking booty everywhere like Bubba Sparks.